Hello everybody, this is Tara from My Artsy Mind, and I am back. I believe this is number 4, part 4 of putting together this Junky Junk Journal. And I know in the last one I kind of got stalled out trying to decide on decorating the back cover. Let's see here. But I did make some decisions, and I have some things pulled aside. So let me pull that out and show you. I went in a totally different direction. I did keep my little saying because I liked that so much, but I am going to cover the back with those tulips, and then I'm going to cut a piece of this out to be more of a focal, and then I will insert that saying right there. I'm going to use a little of this too to put behind that. So the first thing I want to do is I am going to do the same thing to this as I've done to some of the others. Let's see if I can find, oh, there it is. I'm going to use the stencil, there we go, to create some extra texture for our background. Yes, this is the direction. Okay. So let's do this down here. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm only going to really see what's on the edges. There. But I still like that look. So there's that. Let's put that aside. Get this out of the way. Oh, I got a super squeaky chair. Okay, let's see. Now let's just get the size that I want. Let's see. I think I'm going to leave that edge as is. So I just need to tear down this side. Let's see if I can keep that. That doesn't look too bad. Nice and steady and even. Good. And I think for the top side here, let's see. Since the paper doesn't want to tear as neat in those directions, I am going to use my ruler. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so that's going to get put down. So let's go ahead. Let's see, I am recording. Yes. Sometimes I wonder. All right, so that side's pretty too, but I like the darker color on that side, even though not much of it will show. Let's go ahead and get this glue down. And use my handy dandy little silicone brush. So this is anybody who is not familiar with this brush I'm using, it's actually from a hairdresser would use to apply color. And I got a nice set of them on Amazon, pretty cheap. Well, cheap enough. I don't even think I paid $10 for the set. And boy, they do come in handy. I use them quite often. hope everybody is having a good day. What is this? Is this one the one with the saying on it? Yes. Getting a little crafting in. I've been doing multiple videos, so I've been doing one after the other on these guys, and yeah, I think that's good. Alright, so let's see. Now this one, I really want to get either side of these glasses in, and I am also going to do the ruler on this as well. So I think I'm going to go just like that. Oops. Didn't get all that, did I? There we go. And let's see. Actually, let me... I want less of that. Yep, and then I'm going to just take a little bit off of this edge. So my lights are kind of glaring a little. And that works. Okay, and then we'll take off a little off of the top and the bottom. So don't want that white there. There we go. And let's see. Yeah, that's pretty. I do like that. Alright, so with that there, and then this will end up getting put on. Oh, you know what? Actually, no. I wanted to use a piece of this. So let's get this on first. There we go. And oop. There's my handy dandy dry baby wipe. It works really good. Pressing that down into place and getting that glue spread around. So I'm going to take a little piece of this. Oh, about right there. Now when you take the sari silk, you can open it up. It gives you a nice little piece there. Let's see. I'm going to use the Fabra tack for that. So I'm going to get this opened up a little bit so I can get that laid down. All right. Oh, come on. It's wanting to crinkle back up. It's all right. I'm going to end up with some dirty fingers, I think. Okay, it's going to want to go all the way across. That's okay. You know what? It's going to go all the way across. It's a little longer than I was planning on, but that's okay. And this is going to go right there. Yeah. And then since this is getting attached to the fabric, I'm also going to use the Fabri-Tac for this as well. Because Fabri-Tac will do paper to paper, fabric to fabric, and a fabric to paper. So I am definitely covered no matter what. There. And just give it some time to dry. Trim a few of these. Don't want them too crazy out there. Oops, another one. There. Excellent. My fingers are covered with fuzz and fibers. Okay. Let's see. I did save, yes, this piece I was going to put here. And that can just be done with the regular glue. Get that spread around. So the more I work with the magazine pieces, the more I am enjoying it. It's really gives you some unique imagery. Oops. That I am really liking. Here we go. Cool. That is awful pretty. I am wondering. It's a little too similar. I could put a strip of that down, but I don't think so. I might find something later to put there, but for now, I think I'm just going to leave it like this. Excellent. There we go. So, next thing, so we got the cover complete inside and out. So the next thing is to make the base for the signatures to sew to. And I'm going to use this nice thick chipboard here. It was from the back of a notepad or a sketchbook or something like that. So my measurement is 2 inches wide, and it is, just to double check, a 7.5 tall. So I'm going to keep this at that same measurement. This, and there we go. I wonder if this is dark. I do have, let's see, this light will be better over here. There we go. Okay, so let's do, I'm going to do it just slightly under 7. That 7.5. I'm going to double check here. That's going to fit, because I want it to fit just in between these two with a little bit on each side. Okay, so there's that. So that's 6 or 7.25. Yep, 7.25. And then we want 2 inches. And here's the 2-inch mark. Or just, let's do slightly under. We don't want it to interfere with the closing of the journal. So it's probably 1/8 of an inch shy of 2 inches. Okay. And I'm just going to finish this line here. There we go. And we're just going to use scissors. Put these away. go. All right. There. Excellent. So, next thing I'm going to do is decide on, I think I'm going to do, the easiest way to do this is usually with a template. And let's see, I think that the white signature is it the tallest or close to the tallest? Just by a tiny bit. Yeah, so we're going to use that one to create the template. So I'm going to find my center line. Actually, let's draw that first, and then let's see, 3.5 there, 3 3/4, 3, just about, there we go. So here's the center, and then that's 3/4 of an inch in from the top. I think I'm going to go 1 inch down from each end. So 1 inch down. There we go. So it's 1, 2, 2 3/4 inch in between from there to there. So this will be, like I said, the template. But I can also well, just dawned on me. I poke my holes there first. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Bear with me. Ah, there it is. Find my little bag of bookbinding stuff. Here's my awl. All right, so let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and poke these holes. And let's see. This is my center. I'm going to offset these. Although I'm kind of curious. Let's see. Will they fall? No, I'm going to offset them. So one's going to go high, one's going to go low. And I'm just going to look to see if anything else is in there that I can offset. Some I'm going to put higher than others. That one's low. That one's good. Okay. I think that will do. Okay. So I'm going to take this, since I already got the holes poked in it, and I'm going to actually stick it in the center to make sure it is lined up. Looks like it's lined up well. And I didn't really think that out, did I? I should have done it the other way around. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Oh, geez, my mind is totally not there. Here, let me grab a piece of scrap paper, because I'm gonna use this to create, I guess, a template. All right, so what was it? Whatever the center is. Although that is a question. I guess I don't need to. If I'm gonna I can just measure them, right? Let's do that. Don't mind me, guys. Sometimes I just get so ahead of myself. Or something like that. Let's see, got these where I want them. Alright, so what I'm going to do then, I guess, is just go ahead and I'm going to make sure this is down and nice and tight. And I'm just going to clip one side for now. Oh, it hasn't been that long, Tara. I am so out of it. Okay, here we go. There we go. And then I'll use my ruler here to... So we're going to try to find the center. So I'm using the edge here and here. Since this is a clear book, a clear ruler, I should be able to easily identify. Let's see, it should be about similar, 4 3/4, or 3 and 3 3/4. Here we go, about. It looks about right. 1 2 3, 1 2 3. All right. So there's my center. Oops, nope, there's the center right there. And then it's 1 2 3/4, 2 3/4. Now I can poke my holes. So I'm going to leave that there. Yeah, let's poke them first. See how close we go. Oh, of course I did. It looks like I did pretty good. Oh, let me grab that. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Eventually I'll get myself together here. Okay. So look at that. I did pretty good in hitting those spots. Did I poke through all that? I did, didn't I? Look at that. Alright, so that is working. Alright, so that one's done. Let me get this marked. I do want to also mark what is the top. So this is going to be my top side. And I got to remember which side is up. Okay, and then I'm going to have 3 signatures. So let's get this marked up real quick. We've got center, and then 2 3/4, 2 3/4. And let's do a second set of lines just to be on the safe side. That's my center. 2 3/4. Okay. There's one set. And 2. And then it's centering it in this direction. So, should be pretty darn close, just inside an inch. Yep. So this will mark the center signature, and then I'm going to go right there, 2 and 1 right there. So let's get the center. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and get these holes poked, and I'm going to start putting these in right away. So the other thing to consider is if you want to cover this, I did not cover this in the other journal, but I'm thinking I might put something down to cover it after I put it in this time. So fabric is always good because it's flexible and gives, doesn't give you any issues when you're opening and closing your journal, but I'm not sure if I have any of these scrap pieces that are going to be, I have one piece. It'd be nice to have something that was the same width all the way across. We want it about at least a 1/4 inch or a little bit more, or I would like a 1/2 inch wider on each side. So let me pause real quick and see if I can't find this piece of fabric. Okay, I did find this scrap in my scrap bin, piece of green fabric. It's kind of hard to tell, but it does have some little flowers stamped on there in like a dark blue. So yes, this time I think I am going to attach. Let's do it this way. So let's see, let's cut a little piece here. Alright, unless that's going to fit this way. Not quite. Okay. There we go. And let it overlap just a little in each direction. There we go. All right. So next step is I'm going to glue that down using Fabri-Tac. Okay. So mine's a little stiff because it's getting close to the end of the bottle, and so bear with me. It's going to take just a second to get all that glue out. Come on. Okay, let's see if that's enough. I'm gonna get rid of some of the lumpies there, and hopefully that will be enough. Oops. There we go. Okay. So that's, oops, I shouldn't have done it on that side. Keep it on this side. That's all right. Signatures will cover up a lot of that. So the other thing is now I want to go through and mark my holes. So kind of see where they're at. Let's see if I can, yeah, this will work. That way I can see them from both directions. Alright. Yes, that works. Good deal. Alright, let's put this back on there. Alright, so our first signature's got holes. And since this is a hidden spine, it really doesn't matter what colors we use. Just use this one here. Actually, you know what? I will choose this one. It's a little more goldy looking, a little more yellow. So you want to do, it's a 3-hole pamphlet stitch it's called. We're going to use 3 times the length of the spine. Oops, let's use this guy. I know it's sharp. There we go. And let's get a needle out. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be the top of the journal. That's the top of the journal. This is going to go on like this. Alright, so since this is going to be hidden, I'm going to tie them to the... Still going to tie them from the inside because I might add some charms and stuff. So we'll go from the center hole first. Still the top. And I'm going to do the farthest hole over. Oh, nope, this one. There we go. There we go, that one, farthest to the left. And then either up or down, it doesn't matter which direction. And then I'm going to go into the hole at the top. So bear with me, it's a little wonky here doing this on camera. Okay, and then all the way to the other end. And then through my little spine piece. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to go back through the center. And this part can be a little tricky. You want to try to make sure that you're not crossing your threads with the needle. So I'm going to take a peek here and see what I can see. So I'm through there. See the hole there. I think it's coming through. Where is it? I can feel it trying to get through. Oh, there it is. Sometimes it gets a little off direction. There we go. Sometimes it takes a little finagling. Alright, so now I want one tail on this side of this little string and one tail on this side. And I'm going to take this off for a second. I also remove these at this point so that I can get everything down nice and tight. So I'll pull one straight up. Oh, and then that's where you can tell if they've crossed or not. If they have, it's not the end of the world. Let's see, let me pull this one up. You just got to find that split. Depending on how far down it is, when it caught, and pull these guys apart. There it is. Excellent. And I'll go ahead and pull that back through. There we go. So I got one on each side. Pull up on those. Make sure that it's nice and firm. And then I'm just going to do a double knot. One left over right, and then right over left. There we go. There's one. One is in. Excellent. Okay, so let's go for the center signature. Here we go, which is this guy. And yes, the blank side, there we go. The side with the pocket is the front. So first things first is getting the measurements. So let's get this clamped into position. Make sure everything's lined up the way you want. Remember, I used my ruler to just make sure all the pages were pushed down and tight. And then I clamped it. Okay, just on one side so that I can open it up, and then along that center line we're going to get those same measurements that we've been doing. So the halfway point between these two, looks about right. Can always double and then with 1, 2 3/4, 2 3/4. And where is that? There's the awl. So I'll go ahead and poke the holes. And then I'm gonna, before I actually start stitching it, I just want to double check. You can always poke new holes if you absolutely have to, but I just want to see how it's lining up here. So those will line up with those, and that puts that in there in a nice position. Excellent. So that works for me. All right, let's get 3 times the length of the spine. There's 1, 2, 3. You can always do more if you want to have an extra long tails for adding dangles and things like that. Little charms. Or you can cut them off after you finish and leave them just little short pieces. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with mine yet, so I'm going to leave them as is. Alright, so I am, now that this is there, I'm going to go ahead and just secure this a little bit more so that those pages aren't flopping around while I'm trying to sew it together. Okay, so starting from the center, this is my top side, that's the back. Go through the center hole first, the center hole. Well, that hole, where are you? There he is. And then it doesn't matter if it's the top or the bottom, so I'm going to go to the top. Through the spine piece first. And then hopefully there we go. Through the signature, and then all the way down to the bottom through the signature, and then through the spine piece. Good. And then the last one is gonna be that center piece again. So let's see if we can do a little better job this time and not cross thread it. There we go. I think I might have gotten that through without cross threading it. Let's see. No, I still did. Yes, I did. Let's see if I can fix that. It's actually, oh, you know what? It's so small. It was just like one strand. I think I'm good. All right. Let's make sure. Let's get that tight. That looks good. That looks good. All right. Stitch or knot this in. There's 1, 2. Good. And we got one left to go. So far, so good. All right. So we're going to follow that same procedure. And I'm going to use, double check. I didn't check the other one, so hopefully everything is in there okay. I'm going to shift these a little. Down, up. Keep that at the center. Yeah. That piece looks a little off. That looks good. All right. So find that center point right there. Put him on the high side. Press it down so that it's in there nice and tight. I'm gonna hold one side nice and firm. Hold one side nice and firm. Put an extra one on. There we go. Just hold that in place. Okay. And get that center. Let's see. Edge, I think that's good right there. Whoop, I am dropping everything. My goodness. Here, excuse me while I grab those. Definitely Butterfingers. Okay, I'm just going to put this back on. I remembered this time. Double check these measurements while it's actually closed and see if it's even on both sides. That's there. It's not quite as even as I'd like it. Right there. That looks a little better. Let's see if I can hold that in and double check. Yeah, it's slightly off. So there. Because if these aren't even, this is one of the places where it does kind of pay off to keep things nice and neat and evenly spaced, because it just looks better once you get your signature together. All of them together, and they fit into your cover nice. And there's 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And then, let's see, here we go, one more time. So we got 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to go through the center hole first. And this is the top, yes. And through the center of that final set of 3 holes. Pull that down in, oops. And right back out again. I gotta be careful. Let's get that out of the way. Try this again. Okay. There we go. To the top. That was nice, right straight through. Excellent. Down to the bottom. Okay. And let's see if I can do this without cross-threading it, huh? Alright, so one way to try to keep it from cross-threading is, let me pull this little, just to give a nice little tug and hold this out of the way, that tail. If you can. It's not always as easily done as said. Let's see, I can get it through that part okay. But getting it through this part a little harder. So trying. So there is a trick. I'm going to undo that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take the back of this needle and poke it through. There we go. And then through that hole as well. And that way it definitely won't cross thread. You just need to now thread the needle this way. Ha! There we go. That's much easier than fighting with it. Ta-da! And put that on the other side. Good. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to unhook these. And I'm going to tighten these down. Okay, it looks good. Go right over left, left over right. Good. All right, let's see how this is looking. Okay, yeah. Yep, perfect, nice and even on the bottom. A little bit difference in heights on the top, but that each signature was slightly different size. So that works. I'm just gonna put this away. Oops. There we go. Excellent. Cool. All right. So let's see. How are we doing on time? Yep, we're getting close. All right. So I'm just going to attach it in here now. So there's a few different ways you can do this. Hot glue gun works. Fabri-Tac will work. I'm sure the white glue would work too, but I just don't feel like it's going to be strong enough. I am going to do a combination here. I've got this carpet tape, double-sided. It's just about 2 inches wide. Yeah, it's about 2 inches wide. So I'm going to put this down first, and then the little pieces that are left over of the fabric will get fabric tacked into position. So I am going to open this up like that. I am hoping I can, let me just do this part here, just off camera slightly. Okay, those scissors are not sharp enough to get through that with the sticky. Okay. So this is double-sided tape. So I'm just going to give that a real good pressing. Now I bought this tape specifically for using on the spines and creating covers and things like that, so I know it'll stick real good. There we go. Okay, there's the top. There's the top. Just want to make sure that it's all lining up nice. This part is a little nerve-wracking. Let's see, I know I gave myself a little extra space on either side. Just bear with me on this one, guys. This is a part you don't want to rush or make a mistake on. There. All right. Excellent. So in between each signature, I'm just going to press that down. That looks nice with the green. Excellent. And then the last little bit. Let's see. Yeah, there's no pocket there because we got that big pocket right there. Is we'll go ahead and fabric tack the fabric part down. It does cover up the butterfly a little, but you know what? I'm okay with that. There's one side. Yeah. So I'm just kind of swirling it in there, trying to keep it smooth so it's not real lumpy. If you get too big of a glop, it will come through, and you'll see a little dark spot where it comes through the fabric. And there we go. I'd like to keep it nice and smooth. Excellent. So cool. There we go. We've got our signatures in. So that looks good. I am going to leave it open to dry. There we go. Cool. So I'm going to leave it at that for now, and I will see you guys in the next video. The next video we'll be working on creating the tags using packaging, stuff like, you know, packaging like this and other little pieces. Oh, this is fun. I got, this is off of a beer box. It happens to be non-alcoholic beer, but I love the cans. They're so pretty, so I'm going to cut those out and make those into little journaling cards to stuff in there. But yes, so that is next. I'm pretty sure, so we'll be making some pockets and things like that. That might be the last video, but definitely one more, if not two more. Okay, so we'll see you guys next time. Bye.